I am so sorry that there is more Twisted Metal.
There is always more, and it is always worse. The prophecy has come true.
Yeah. Like, I am experiencing fatigue with this game. Anyone would be at this point. It's so repetitive.
Yeah, and not in a fun way.
Yeah, and when I did the other Twisted Metal Let's Plays, I was literally playing the exact same game over and over with each separate character, and it somehow felt less repetitive than this. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's actually quite a feat.
But hey, we got Crimson Fury, that's a classic. Everyone loves Crimson Fury.
Please tell me at some point you use the Weepmobile.
I guess if there's enough of a fan request, it'll make a comeback.
Weepmobile, Weepmobile.
We're using a really ugly Reaper. That's gotta be popular with somebody.
The rooftops of Los Angeles, high above the city of angels. It's the perfect place for us demons to play, don't you agree? Kill the set limit of enemies to advance to the next event. But be wary, Miss Sparks. It's a long drop from here to the ground. I'd hate to see anything happen to that beautiful face of yours. And always remember, I'll be watching. I'm always watching.
Classic Twisted Metal style map.
Been in virtually every single game.
Yeah, but it's a good classic. I mean, I actually expect there to be a skyscraper level.
Yeah, it'd be disappointing if there wasn't.
Yeah.
There almost isn't. We only see this one once, but it still counts.
Well, yeah. I mean, they have to fulfill the quota, but they're going to do it in the worst way possible. That's the rule of this game.
Yep.
We're gonna give you it, but you're not gonna like it.
It could be worse. They could have made it a cage map.
That might as well have been the tagline.
It's the ironic wish fulfillment game, appropriately enough.
Oh man,
Monkey paw.
it would be actually quite impressive if the entire game was, the designers doing a Calypso thing. You wanted a new Twisted Metal? Well, technical here.
Strap in, fuckers. You're not gonna like it.
But as I mentioned,
That'll be the secret genius.
it would be worse if this was a scenario map like Cage or Racing. So they could have done this worse.
Oh yeah. I can't imagine how bad a cage match would be here.
That would be so far beyond Monkey Paw and straight into Jackass Genie.
I was thinking otherwise straight into, Dante's Inferno. Not the game.
Well, I mean, it came out around about the same time, didn't it?
I feel like it might have been 2010, but yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah, that was when the Dante's Inferno came out.
Yep.
So I remember playing it on my PSP.
That's the best version. Everyone knows that.
Well, I didn't have a PS3 or a 360 at the time, so it was the best version available to me. Spent a lot of that year very depressed. I'm not sure if the two weren't related or not.
Crimson Fury is ridiculous. There's a good reason this one actually unlocked so late in the game. It's much, much faster than every other vehicle and has much less health.
It also seems to be the most maneuverable vehicle we've seen so far.
It is to the point of it being difficult to maneuver. It's like confusing compared to all the other cars we've had to drive through.
Yeah, I've never seen a hairpin handbrake turn before.
Yep. This thing will turn 950 degrees if you let it. It's fucking Tony Hawk the car.
Doing a 1080 right into a wall.
See, that would have been a fun eventual DLC character, a skateboarder with a tricked out skateboard.
Yeah, if it was Tony Hawk, that'd be the best.
Yeah.
Have you seen his Twitter account? It's the most ennui-filled thing you will ever see.
Everything I've seen from it is pretty much people seeing him and thinking, hey, you look like that Tony Hawk dude. And him responding, who's that?
Didn't you used to be Tony Hawk? I guess. Still am, but okay.
He also suffered a very tragic, ironic wish fulfillment on the wish to be famous.
Yeah, and
Looking like himself.
he wished to be famous and he wound up hanging out with the guys from Jackass.
That's a curse in and of itself.
Johnny Knoxville's okay, but, Steve-O.
I have not seen a single episode of Jackass, and I'm okay with that.
Oh, it's coming back, my friend.
Yeah, it's called The World.
Oh, by the way, I gave a motion sickness warning at the very beginning of this LP. It is in very full effect during the rest of this Reaper battle thing. Until I put Reaper away,
Whoa.
watch the fuck out, because this shit's gonna happen. Yeah, when I gave that motion sickness warning, Reaper is exactly what I was talking about. It is very difficult to play as Reaper.
Yeah, this map especially, because it wasn't this bad in the other times you used it.
Oh yeah. Like, god damn it.
I think we've entered the Vaporwave dimension.
Yeah. If you remember that time that I died as Reaper and left it in because I spun around 10 million times, you could do that without dying, and the camera will still lock behind your back and spin all those millions of times. And it is vomit-inducing.
And instead of a flame gun, you've got a projectile vomit cannon. Which I'm surprised isn't in this game, to be perfectly fair.
I was gonna say, it's appropriate for this game. They've got people strapped to gurneys and living people in coffins. That's Shadow's special.
Yeah, it'd be a really good sort of oil slick style weapon.
Yeah, totally. Something for the sequel, Jaffe.
You can use that one for free.
So yeah, Reaper immediately, as soon as I pulled it out, it went directly into red health, so I had to put it back away. And bring out the big guns.
Can you take out the blimp that's hovering around?
Yeah, I've been attacking it. It is one of those destructibles that has as much health as an enemy vehicle. So you have to fight it for a very long time, but eventually that thing's going down.
Yeah, so easier with Talon.
Easier with Reaper, which is what I was trying to have Reaper out for.
Yeah, the full power chainsaw.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, can you drown in the pool with Axel or Reaper?
I think there's more thought than was actually put into the game.
Should be able to. It's a reference to Twisted Metal 2.
I actually would not expect them to do that, because that's actually above and beyond.
Yeah, it's one of those actually things that I would have enjoyed looking into if I had expected them to put that much effort into this game. But whenever things like that you would think of, they just are not an option. There's another big one later in the game that I'm gonna talk about in the next video.
They did surprise me with the park level, so I gotta give them that.
Incidentally, does Shadow have a red and blue paint job available?
Nope. Should it?
Yeah, Optimus Prime. Come on, it's obvious.
I mean, you're thinking of Darkseid, but yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Shadow is the... with that one.
Yeah. The auto-aim is taking a few of them away from me.
Do you want missiles that cannot hit the broadside of a blimp? I mean, come on!
No, we cannot take down that advertisement for Red Ram, the energy drink that is officially sponsoring Twisted Metal, even though it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it looks more like the logo for Iron Brew, the Scottish drink we were talking about a while back.
That might be the inspiration if it's close enough, because there is another energy drink symbol in this game.
Iron Brew ain't an energy drink, though.
No, I'm thinking it's kind of like half that, half Red Bull. Like, the Red Bull thing's obvious, but...
It's definitely a Red Bull reference in the name.
But the logo itself resembles Iron Brew.
Yeah, and it's got the 6 characters. It's just like Iron Brew.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's not Iron Brew, because nobody outside the UK, with few exceptions, would get that reference.
Oh no, I don't doubt that. It's just it's a bit too close to be accidental, you know?
Yeah, Jaffe is quite worldly. So, oh, the humanity. etc.
Why?
Hey, if you want to ruin the world economy even more, destroy the Zoom building there.
I've seen Fight Club, I know what happens.
No, I was more thinking of ruining the Zoom map.
I mean, we could kill Calypso, he's right in front of us. But we're not going to.
No, you can't, you're not Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, that's true. And we're not in the Dark World, unfortunately, where Sweet Tooth reigns supreme.
You're not driving Shadow.
Too many colors for one thing.
Well, wait, Shadow, he survived that one as well. Never mind.
Yeah, blowing up the blimp knocked down a building, which we can now use to platform around and unlock a new area of the level, but getting there as Darkside is pretty difficult. Plus, I fucked around a whole lot in this level because we only go here once, so I tried to get our money's worth.
I'm kind of surprised that this is a one-time only thing, because we've seen the other maps to the point where we are gratuitously sick of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it would be a smart choice not to make it a one-time map, so obviously it's a one-time.
Yep, of course.
The one time they show restraint.
Two of the best maps in the game are one time only. Sunsprings shows up 4 times, and Diablo Canyon shows up 3 times. Everything else shows up twice. Or in the case of this one, and the theme park, once.
Like I said, they showed restraint in the weirdest ways.
Yeah, we were talking about how this is basically like a Twisted Metal version of Twisted Metal, where you got everything you wanted, but it's still terrible. I was thinking that this was like a Ren and Stimpy's adult cartoon party of Twisted Metal.
Oh god. Yes.
Where everything it's there. It's exactly what you want. If you wrote everything on paper that would make a great Twisted Metal game, it's here. But it's awful.
Except many characters. That's such a huge omission that you can't even blame it on misunderstanding the point.
Yep.
Yeah, everything that you want is there, and it's just ridiculously gratuitous.
Because they left it all in one unquestioned person. Like, Jaffe clearly did not have enough oversight or input from other people.
He Phantom Menaced it.
Yep.
Now, hopefully, Jaffe has better taste in women, and that's all I'm going to say on that.
He's certainly a better person than John Kay, at least.
That's a bar so low, you can step over it.
Yes, one of the worst people alive. He's better than that. And he's a better creator, but, he still managed to fuck us all up.
Yeah, I hate to give it up to him, but John Kay is creative.
He can be creative.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
John Kay, the creator of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
He's an interesting character.
Yeah, I know of his deeds, but not his
Yes.
name.
Creator of Ren and Stimpy, destroyer of lives.
Creator of Ren and Stimpy got fired from his own cartoon.
Okay. There's a couple of people who can, like Graham Linehan.
Graham Linehan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah. He's like, alright, I'm not gonna watch IT Crowd again because holy crap, I will never be able to put out of my mind that he's part of it. He's that bad. I can usually distance creator and the art, but no.
And a lot of game developers are like that.
Yes.
Earthworm Jim guy. Fuck them all.
Yeah, I should have known that there was a big red flag with him when he said he hated the cartoon back in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, that's just objectively wrong.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
One of the best cartoons of the 90s, bar none.
Yeah, I was one of those weird kids who watched the news and, Prisoner of Cellblock Age and documentaries when I was a kid.
I had worked so hard. But then... and the doctor...
Miss Sparks, it's a tiny scar.
he wanted to stop me too. But no one stops me. Because when you believe in your dream, there's always a way. All of us models had heard of him, able to turn even the ugliest girl into a star. He had lost some of his vision, along with his right to practice. But when he offered to help, what choice did I have? "6 days in the mask," he said. 6 days. The doctor promised I would be beautiful again. But when I went back to see him, the doctor was gone.
I'm sorry, I have no listing for a Dr. O'Spellick, is it? At that address or any other?
No. I know he was here. And now the mask, it won't come off. I can be pretty again. I can be pretty. Please make me pretty. The mask won't come off. No matter what I try. Get me out. Help. Calypso. You have to help me.
The game would have been a lot shorter if she'd done the old Kurt Cobain special.
She did. That's literally what she did.
Yeah, but she was aiming for the mask.
Tragic? I don't know. Whatever, we're going back to New York. From LA to New York. So at least the New York level is pretty good. Worth checking out again, I think, because the first time was a cage match, so it went completely to waste. Very important here to choose a very high armor vehicle as your first slot. Then after that, it doesn't matter. Then you can have whatever you want, but always high armor in that first slot for this mission. And we'll use our new sidearm. Why not?
Every time I see that, I just keep thinking like a tyrant from Resident Evil is going to come out somewhere.
I just have good memories of Payday 2.
Welcome to the bright lights of Metro Square, Miss Sparks. You've always wanted to be a star. Well, now's your chance to shine. But do be careful. Because for this event, I've told all other drivers to only target you. All at the same time. You wanted the spotlight? You wanted attention, Dollface? Well, now you've got it. Enjoy.
I recognize this.
Yep, American Head Charge, first band I ever saw live. And a pretty good fit for this level.
Yep.
Twisted Metal has thoroughly proved that industrial metal is a pretty good fit for just any car combat in general.
Yeah. And Doom.
Yeah, that's for sure. I guess the Doom soundtrack had some controversy lately, and they're not going to work with the same guy who made all their music.
Yeah, Mick Wall, the mixing on the official soundtrack wasn't to his liking. He didn't have final say on it. And I guess someone must have said something the wrong way at Bethesda. So he just went, yeah, not working with those assholes again.
I mean, it is Bethesda, so there's a good chance he was right.
Yeah. But it's a shame because it's, like, as much as I love the Doom games, the last two, his soundtracks have been the best thing about them.
Yeah, I just heard one of the Doom songs that he made just completely out of context, and I was like, this fucking rules.
Oh, yeah. BFG Division is amazing. And the only thing they have to hear is you from Eternal. Like, easily to the best bits of any game soundtrack in the last few years.
Hopefully he'll find work at a better studio.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
He probably will.
Unfortunately, he's probably going to wind up at EA before the year's out.
That is not a better studio.
No, but they pay well.
Could be worse, he could be going to WB.
That's just cruel.
Oh, he could be going to Konami. Konami would be worse.
Oh, God.
The worst.
Well, they wouldn't have to do anything. They just have them, I guess,
that's...
compose the blink sounds for pachinko machines or something.
Oh, God. Okay, that company is a game designer, Monkey Paw Wish.
They released the official soundtrack to the Silent Hill pachinko machine. Entire thing is industrial and metal. It's like way better than it has any right to be. Not kidding. There's a couple of remixes of the music from Silent Hill 2 as well.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, surprised the hell out of me.
Oh, here's a weird level design feature where the FAO Schwartz toy store just has a pit into the subway. Watch out, kids.
So is that where the naughty kids go?
I guess so.
Santa's grotto's just directly under a bottomless pit. It's like, nah, you're done for, kid. In you go, your parents will thank us later.
Yeah, sometimes as a parent, you actually want a pit like that.
Yeah, I could see the new Silent Hill soundtracks kicking ass because fucking, what's his name, Akira Yamaoka, he was getting pretty burned down on him by the end there before he quit.
Yeah. There's a horror game coming out for the new Xbox. It's going to be a release game. And I was watching the trailer for it, and I was like, this soundtrack sounds remarkably like Akira Yamaoka. I really hope he's going to sue them. And then it turned out it was Akira Yamaoka. I was like, ooh, that's not good.
Yeah. I mean, he did inspire a generation of soundtrack makers.
Yeah.
But he sort of, ran out of his own ideas, unfortunately.
Yeah. As much as I love the guy's music, it's very Yamaoka by numbers.
Ah, well.
I mean, it could surprise us and, it'll be one of his best to date. Doubt it, but it could happen.
Anything's possible. This game kind of demonstrates how a creator can get burned out on their own idea.
Klepaki in Command & Conquer, Red Alert.
Oh yeah, Frank Klepaki.
I mean, and I really like his work, but he lacked ideas at the end, I must say.
There was a
Red Ram
RTS game. It was called something like Universal Assault: Worlds at War, which was meant to be like a whole launchpad for a new franchise, which he did the music for, and some of it is really, really good. He starts going techno-industrial with it. But haven't heard him do anything since.
I also must say that would be a hilarious way to play in online. Just hang around with a Talon around the healing trucks and steal people just as they go on it.
Yeah, that was accidentally a very good strategy. I don't think Darkseid was actually going for the healing, but if so, I fucked up their day.
Yoink! Gonna take you for a ride.
Do you kill? Can you kill drivers and gunners with the blades?
Oh yeah, you were supposed to find that out, weren't you? You could do damage with the blades.
Maybe. I didn't find it out though, so. You can't, like, the blades are not like a physical object, really.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
There was a section earlier on where I sort of got caught on something, part of the geometry with the blades. But they're not like a weapon, they're just a thing that's part of your vehicle.
The only game I've ever seen that you can do something like that in was, I can't remember if it's Prototype or Prototype 2, but you could get in, you could steal an attack helicopter and angle the blades so that they were just scraping the pavement and just fly into crowds of people.
I've played a game with that as well. I can't remember which one, but it wasn't Prototype because I haven't played those.
I thought Saints Row 2 might have done that.
I haven't played that either, so it's not that.
Haven't played that as much as 3 and 4.
Did Command & Conquer Renegade have that? No, wait, no. Because a very long time since I remember it happening, but...
28 weeks later, the video game?
Oh god. We all remember that, don't we, kids?
Actually, no.
This bridge back here, it actually raises very, very quickly. And if you're on it when it lifts, it will fling you into the skybox, and
Nice.
more than likely into the water as well.
I was hoping it would do that.
Yep.
Yeet!
Yeah, I died that way one time.
That was an impressive miss.
Fairly certain that does do more damage when you hit the red square.
I believe it. I certainly tried to test it there, but Warthog ran away.
Howard.
So after this game came out in 2012, Jaffe immediately resigned from Eat, Sleep, Play.
And with good reason.
Yeah, by June, he was out of that company that he had co-founded. So, he said it was creative differences, they had new ideas for games, and he was not very interested in working on them, so he quit.
They wanted to make a good game, and I said, not on my watch, mister.
If they did, they failed, because after he quit, they made nothing but mobile games until 2017 when they went defunct.
Yep.
Yeah.
But which company holds the rights to this these days?
I guess whoever Sony feels like giving them to.
Ah, okay, so Sony are the ultimate rights holder. I was thinking, considering the TV show.
Yeah. Yeah, the TV show doesn't have anyone who worked on the games involved with it, I don't think, so.
Gonna say probably for the best at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, because like we discussed, Jaffe is kind of checked out. And he's been kind of checked out with video games in general for a long time. Even though in 2014 he started a new company, a new game development studio called the Bartlett Jones Supernatural Detective Agency, which is the best name for a video game company and also the worst.
Right, that's not the name of the game they made.
Nope, that is the name of the company.
I would actually like to see him and Hideo Kojima do something with the whole, yeah, we actually want to do movies, but we have to do it in game form, and a bunch of small, weird Easter eggs and attention to detail. Together, they should be able to do something really weird and really interesting, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, in their prime, they were both very good developers.
Yeah.
Problem is, Kojima's still in his prime, and Jaffe is not.
Although I think the problem with that kind of situation would be that David Cage would want to get in. And he'd be like, I just happen to have this 7,000-page script ready to go.
How many Ellen Page nude scenes are there?
The entire map takes place on Ellen Page's naked body.
That makes sense.
You play Dust Mites, but it's a harrowing story of one dust mite's rise to the top of the hair follicles.
Unsurprisingly, that's the part Kojima came up with. So the Bartlett Jones Supernatural Detective Agency company, they did release a game.
Oh.
In 2017, they made the game Drawn to Death for the PS4.
Oh, I remember that.
I've heard
Yes.
of it. I've heard of the name at least.
Yeah. Do you remember it fondly?
I remember playing it when it came out, and the servers basically being half full on like day one. No one played it.
On release, it was free for all PS Plus subscribers.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it came out for free.
And you still couldn't get a full game, like a week later. It was kind of like if anyone played the Spawn, the Evil Within, those kind of arena shooty fighty games, sort of like half brawler, half FPS, kind of like that. All the characters were like a punk kid's sketchbook. It was not great.
Oh, hey, we got Juggernaut. That's pretty cool. The next map, you can't select Juggernaut, and the final map after that, you also cannot select Juggernaut. So we don't have Juggernaut.
Pointless rewards are fun.
Yeah, and I didn't even point it out, but we unlocked Crimson Fury immediately before the dual Super Juggernauts fight. If you'd chosen Crimson Fury for that, you'd be fucked. So they didn't think about the unlocks at all. I hate it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that my idea of it being the entire game being a Monkey Paw Twisted Metal wish, it's canon.
Pretty much, yeah.
They must be doing this deliberately.
I mean, the game's not doing much to dissuade that notion.
But video's over, but let's keep talking about Drawn to Death, because that's actually a pretty interesting game. Giant Bomb gave it the runner-up award for the worst game of 2017. And their assessment was about the average view of the game, I would think.
Think they were being generous with that.
By only making it the runner-up?
Yeah. By only making it the runner-up for worst game of the year.
Yeah, IGN, those extremely strict reviewers gave it 4 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
Again, generous. Like I said, it was admittedly trying to do something different for the time, because there weren't any games like that, and hadn't been for a while.
Yeah.
But it was just so boring. And the fact that you literally could not get a full game running.
I also thought the art style was really good. It's like a black and white. It's supposed to be drawn in a kid's notebook, so...
Yep, the art style is definitely unique. But it's just so dull. Like I said, the fact that like literally a week after it started you couldn't get full server, that kind of says it all. This game was free and they still couldn't get people to play it.
Yeah, and according to this, that was 4 years of development.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was... Jaffe once again touted it as being very skill-based, and it was very mechanically shallow, and the technical issues that the game was built with, using skills was basically impossible.
Yep. The stages that I remember were all drawn kind of sketchy as well, but the issue with that was that it made it very difficult to tell what was a platform and what wasn't, and what you can actually climb up onto, which is really important when you're trying to play a skill-based platform brawler.
And even with all that, like the gameplay and everything being bad, it's still like a decent idea. But the most universally panned thing that even the people who liked it generally said that it was really bad was the overbearing, omnipresent sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of thing that made Beavis and Butthead look like Frasier.
Yeah. Very, very juvenile. Lots of fart jokes and poop jokes.
Yep. I genuinely do not remember anything about it. I still love Beavis and Butthead. Still think it's one of the funniest shows ever. And this, like I said, it made it look witty. Which it is in its way.
Beavis and Butthead is secretly clever, yeah.
Yeah. But if you look at it from a surface, it is boner jokes and, all that kind of shit. This is what people... This game was what people thought Beavis and Butthead was.
Also, it was a 46-year-old David Jaffe writing jokes that he thought a 13-year-old of 2017 would be making. To ill effect.
Yeah.
There were, I think, 18 pages of unique memes that he made as emotes that you could use in the game.
Do not remember that at all. I'll assume that you're correct on that one.
It's another one of those panned features.
Yeah. There was a lot of an attempt at making every character in the game feel unique. But they all kind of blurred together into one big, massive garbage.
And as you can imagine, the Bartlett Jones Supernatural Detective Agency folded within months of the game's release. David Jaffe has not made any games since, and maybe we'll talk about what he's been doing to this day if it is not too depressing later in the Let's Play.
I saw the article on Wikipedia, and man, that's a killer finishing line.
It's pretty goddamn depressing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go into this blind now, just for the reaction.
Maybe we'll talk about that next time in the finale of Dollface's story.